as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleet, hell. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thundered, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the night. My right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleet, hell. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these table money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Madden, 358.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. And the Packers.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Green Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This fielded at the 2. take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing here, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic can get you scored on again.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
44, Mike, 44. They tight. Ran, go. Check three.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky, blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Mike 40. I got him.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they try to sweep to Jones. Shoves him aside. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
18. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 31. Check 31. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James.
Richie James on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
A 3-yard
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Kill. Hey, 626. Jump out. Hey, high 7. Loco over here. Check hot route. Hot.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Get that ball. Lock in. No.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
It's a gain of 18. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Ran, tough. 44 is the mic. Check.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. On first down, and incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season, and this is the first of them. Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike 40, Mike 40. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Shit. Alert flare, flare.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Robinson's got it.
Trubisky's pass.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Trubisky to throw again. That is caught by Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's what I do.
Now Trubisky on first down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check.
Again, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Let's go, D.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Alert, 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 alert.
44. Hey.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Here's Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Check.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Alert, 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 alert.
44 is Mike. Check. Target.
Now Trubisky to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Check three.
18.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Alert, 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 alert.
44, Mike, 44.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in more.
Looking deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
180.
40's a month. It's going to be a long day for you.
Move.
Mike's 40.
Now on second and 16, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll go again to Jones. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You can look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Trubisky now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go, G.
18.
36.
Throwing on second down. Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Jumper.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now Trubisky. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the out, watch the out. Blue. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Alert.
Montgomery on the counter. And an alley to run. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All day, defense, all day. Ran, touch. 44, Mike, 44. I'm coming after you. I got him, on me.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And it's taken in at the 9. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
My 50, my 50. I got you, punk.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Alert, alert. 44 is the mic, 44 is the mic. Check. Hey, Delta. I got you. 44.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
319.
Mike 58, right there. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 44 is the mic. 44.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Lock in, lock in.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye.
44. Let's go, D. Red.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his first career touchdown in his first career game as they are able to cut into that lead. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right. But I love the build-up to it, right? All day long, anticipation. And we saw